There was good games and bad games. I'll say that much.
That one where you like have to actually play a game doesn't seem
That's
fun.
always trash. It's always trash. It's always bad every time they add that.
Well,
What game where you have to play a game? What?
There's that one Jackbox game that's like you actually are playing a video game.
Oh yeah, none of my group. I played Jackbox last night. Nobody did. We didn't do that one.
It's not good even with no lag. Like that's the problem. Like even if you play locally, it's just fucking
Sorry,
trash.
does Bombcorp kind of?
Yeah, Bombcore's on the same kind of thing, but it's less of a problem.
I liked Bombcore. Fuck you guys.
Bombcore's less of a problem. Bombcore's less of a problem because you're not playing like an action game on a controller.
Yeah, it was a
like
shitty version of Keep Talking and Nobody Explodes.
Yeah, but it's not the same. You're not playing an action game on it, like compared to this new one, which is literally an action game you're playing on a fucking phone. No, the reaction time you need for that is a lot more than a fucking phone connecting to their online server is going to deliver. If you could use controllers for that mode, I think it'd be a lot better. But I don't think you can.
Nope.
And that's not the point of Jackbox.
Speaking of the discussions, I've already volunteered to take on Deltarune. No one has to sully themselves with that because I've done a deep dive.
Yeah, I have watched Serge play it. So yeah.
It was good. That's your takeaway. The music is okay. The game is good.
That battle theme is real good.
I know people who are absolutely ecstatic with that music, so I'm gonna agree with you that it's
like that battle theme sounds straight out of Streets of Rage, and I love it.
Some of it, yeah, it's got a really funky sound to it.
Yeah.
Which is good, but I feel like there's not enough like. In Undertale, you had character tracks, and they were excellent, and they had a character that were they kind of evoked. But in this, there's just kind of a lot of generic music. That's just like it gets applied in certain situations. You're like, oh, okay. The battle theme, I think, could have fit in just about anywhere else. My favorite track, which is the Overworld track, the Field of Hopes and Dreams,
Rook,
is
seriously.
amazing.
Can we talk about this later? No, because it sounds perfect.
I don't know. No, because it would be really boring to listen to, and you guys are stuck with me right now, so I'm gonna
look at this
but
fucking asshole.
It's 8:34, so it's time to get started with the podcast.
It's time.
I'm good to start.
It's time to stop.
I'm good to start.
They could move faster when looking at the floor.
Yep.
Oh man, this is so good.
That's how I used to play games when my computer was crap.
Yep.
Just look at the floor.
Same.
Yeah, and
what did I play predominantly that way? Shit, there was.
Well, okay, hold on. We'll get into this when we're actually on.
Yeah.
We'll get into that later.
Was it Forest Terror 2000?
Yes.
All right, let me know when we're doing the same.
That's a good joke.
Yeah.
That's a good joke. You fucking don't
OBS
sandbag my
recording.
shit.
Good luck.
That's how this game starts off, by the way. When you pick Star Fox.
No.
Great.
They gotta make the Star Fox game.
Yeah, I know. They got the Star Fox, whatever.
It's great.
You've
It's
never
great.
sounded more defeated, man.
It's great.
That's fine. I'll just play on my Switch emulator and get my Star Fox there.
But
you know when it finally comes.
Okay.
I mean, you have an Xbox One or an PS4, right?
Starlink is an Ubisoft game, right?
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, Ubisoft could be like pull the same shit they pulled with Beyond Good and Evil. Just be like, hey, you know what? You kids like Star Fox, right? You better buy this fucking game.
Yeah, they did. That's what this is.
Well, I mean, yeah.
And Beyond Good and Evil 2 is not anything that anybody wanted.
I mean, I think a lot of people wanted it.
It's
I think
some.
you're
No,
No, I'm saying.
I think it means they wanted the game, but it didn't turn out to be what they wanted.
I want Beyond Good and Evil 2, not whatever the hell this game is going to be.
Oh, okay.
I don't see the stream.
That
That's
makes it different. That makes it
There you
yeah, that's different.
I'm on Twitch.
Okay, can you hear if there's a fan in the background?
No.
No.
No,
Sweet. Okay,
Rose
good.
Gate
I
is
hear no
locked in.
fans.
Good.
I was
making
wondering if
sure.
you're talking about something else.
No.
Wait, do you actually find this?
It's just aggressively masturbating in the corner. Just, can you guys hear this?
Can you guys hear this?
What was that, Chibi?
No, nothing. No, never mind.
Just talking about jacking off. Don't worry about it.
Can you
No, I
actually
was
find this? Yeah.
No, I was gonna ask, but like I heard there were ground segments and space segments. I just
There
remembered
is.
that second part, so no
We'll
worries.
let him. We'll get there. Don't worry about it.
All right, I'm sorry. God.
You should
Save
be.
some content for the podcast, guys.
Yeah, exactly.
This is the awkward aggression cast.
Isn't it though?
At times.
Oh God, are we competing with Monday Night Football right now?
Sunday.
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 Well,
It's Sunday.
I don't know what the hell Floppy's talking about then.
I don't know what it's competing with. I don't know what Monday Night Football is.
We compete with nobody but ourselves.
Also, we're not the
Don't know how true
WWE,
that
so
is.
we're sure as fuck not competing with anything.
Human rights? Isn't that what they compete with?
Floppy confirmed for a cowboy. I saw him the other day for like the first time in weeks,
Mm-hmm.
and he's got a cowboy hat
Oh wow!
and a big fucking beard.
Like
We're making-
he wears
we're
it
making fun of
regularly?
him
So
or
he's a
he
yeah,
put it on
Texan.
for
like
the-
he wears it to work and shit. It's
Oh.
really cool.
Oh, that's cool. Okay.
Okay, as
No,
long
it's
as it's not
weird because I've never known him to wear a brimmed hat of any kind, but
Oh, okay.
yeah.
More of a
as long as he's
beanie
not
man.
like total hipster and then also trying to pull off spurs in a hat, but in an off color.
I'll try and snag a picture of him when I can, and I'll upload it without his consent.
Cool. I like
That's what all the cool kids are doing nowadays.
Uploading pictures without consent.
That's right.
Here, let
Yeah.
me tag you. Let me tag you
I know
taking this
you-
bong rip at that party where we said no cameras.
What do you
Easy
mean
there,
you let us run
easy
for
there,
20
uh,
years?
Oh God, are we live?
Is there Phelps?
We
Oh yeah,
are.
we're live for a while.
Okay.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the November 4th, 2018 episode of the VGZ podcast, season 4, episode 7. And I am Brennan. And I am joined this evening with a full cast of characters. Mr. Cali himself,
I am here.
Mr. Deadpool,
Hi. I was asleep until like 30 minutes ago.
Mr. DrChibi,
That's Sir.
and
Also,
Mr.
hello.
Pink.
That's you, Rook.
Why do I have to be Mr. Pink?
Exactly! Yeah! We got the joke out there, boys.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, and Rook. So thank y'all for joining us this evening.
Good
I
night.
tried. Good night, everyone. Yes. No. So I hope everyone is doing well. What's everybody playing? It's been a week. I've done a lot this week. Not a lot of video game playing, unfortunately, but a lot this week. Cali, what did you play this week? I'm assuming you played Pokemon Go, obviously.
Yes, but that's for later.
Yes, that's right.
I finally got around to Life is Strange, Captain Awesome, Captain Spirit, Awesome.
Oh,
Captain...
you're not even on 2 yet. Okay.
No, that costs money.
Oh, do you need money? I can send money.
Don't shut up.
I can buy games for you.
You shut up, you.
Wow.
Please help the Callies of our team.
No, I'm just I'm like spending money on like, or not spending
Important
money rather,
things.
like yeah, like I just bought like a skillet set, and you know I'm getting
Nice.
I'm getting ready to move. You know,
But have you got any new comforters yet? Maybe a duvet?
I am browsing IKEA.
Hell
yeah.
Don't go to.
Yeah,
No,
go to
I
IKEA.
like
Put it on.
IKEA.
If
I've
you're
been
creating a more permanent living situation. I mean, you're not a college student. You're not dorming.
look okay.
But
Most of Dispenser's things were from IKEA, and we built a
That's
nice.
unfortunate.
Most like all
Just
the
buy a
furniture.
hammock.
the desk I've been talking to you on, because my computer is on my desk, and the desk that Kathy has, and my TV stand,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
what used to be my bed frame but is now my headboard are all from IKEA. So I don't know what the fuck you're on about.
IKEA
This
does
podcast
good
brought
things.
to you by IKEA.
They're fragile. They're hard to
If
put
you-
together at times.
If you
and
buy the
sometimes they
really
fall apart.
shitty, cheap IKEA stuff, yes, you will have a bad time. But if you spend for a little bit nicer of the IKEA stuff, just like everything else in life, it tends to stay together a lot easier.
Yeah, if I spend
You
20
hear
bucks
that,
on a
Floppy?
bookshelf,
Other
it's
people
gonna
have
fall apart.
Actual furniture.
I have full wood furniture.
It doesn't cost that much to get furniture, Floppy.
I have full
$20
wood.
per month.
DrChibi 2018. Anyway, yeah, I played the Captain Spirit. It made me feel things that I didn't appreciate.
Touched
Okay.
you in your no-no spot again.
Yeah, and it's a pretty short thing, and it ends like straight up, literally like, he'll be back in Life is Strange 2, and I'm like, all right.
Clean Spire game.
Yeah, straight up. But
Does it earn its feels, or is it like a David Cage joint?
It's not David
I'd
Cage
say it's in
going
between, honestly, because
wow, that's
no,
bad.
it hammers hard to like, look,
That's
this
what I'm wondering.
this dad went through some stuff, but he's also an asshole. But also he went through some stuff, so you sympathize, but also he's a drunken asshole. But like it's a neat thing just seeing everything from a kid's perspective, and just like, oh, like I kind of went through some of this too. But it's a neat thing, and I don't know. I watched Surge play some Deltarune. We can talk about that with Rook. And
This is a Deltarune spoiler cast.
I
I
know
don't think it'll be spoiler. Yeah.
we don't have
I'll
to.
avoid spoiler.
We don't have to. Also, I just I downloaded a Willy Wonka Match 3 game, because apparently if you just make a Match 3 game with things I like, then I will play it. So, it's... Yeah. I played that WWE one for way too long.
Wait, which one?
There's a WWE Match 3 game, I forgot what the hell it's called, but I played that for way too long.
Not Immortals. Got it.
No. Immortals was the Mortal Kombat-ish one.
Yeah, the
Bring me to life.
Injustice. Yeah.
Yeah.
Can't wake up.
That's
Wait,
right.
me.
Did half an hour ago.
Also, Solitarica Epic runs are bullshit, and I hate them, and I think I'm going to uninstall the game.
Oh man, I downloaded that game and I haven't played it yet. I downloaded it last week when I had that conversation, and I've had a week where I just couldn't.
It is a great game on normal. On Epic, it is bullshit. That's all I got. And you don't you can't even do Epic until you beat it on normal anyway. So.
Well, I mean, hey, if you got all the value out of it, right?
Yeah, no, I like that game. I just like Epic difficulty is straight up like, okay, less rewards, enemies do more damage. Get fucked.
Sounds pretty shit. All right, let's move on to Deadpool. What have you been playing? I know you're playing Starlink right now on stream for us, which thank you.
I'm playing Starlink.
That way you've been playing all week.
Do you like that game?
I really like this game. It's the best space simulator game I've played since Freelancer.
Wow,
Have you
that's
played?
pretty.
Those are big words.
That's
From what I've
big
seen, it
word.
doesn't look like much of a simulator there, Deadpool.
More like a
It's the
flying game?
Space combat slim.
Maybe
It's
that's the
open
problem,
world
is that it has to be
enough.
this for him to enjoy.
It's open world enough for me to really enjoy it, but not to the point of like X, where it's so much so that you have to do that shit in order to
It's
progress.
not like Evercron Mercenary, where if you
Ugh.
botch your entry, you fuck up and die.
Yeah. No,
Okay.
this is that, like, the Freelancer thing I liked about it was it has that, but you could totally ignore it and just go along the main story and enjoy it. And this, I guess, doesn't have that for sure, but it's still fucking great.
Okay.
Um,
Anything else?
Yeah. More Return from Oberdin. That game is fucking hard, and you have to really think critically when it comes to solving problems. Let me tell you, people watching that game very often know more about it than I do. So, and then yeah, Jackbox. Jackbox is the other one.
Yeah, Jackbox is pretty cool.
I don't know. Pokemon Go has Adventure Time thing. We'll talk about that later.
Yeah, we'll talk about that later. All right, Chibi.
Yes, hello.
Wait, did you just say Adventure Time?
Yeah.
What?
I thought you were like, wait a minute. It took me a second to realize what the hell you're talking about. I'm like, where's Finn or Jake in this at all?
You know what I'm talking about, though.
I know what you're talking about. All right, never mind.
Oh god. Anyway,
Chibi.
Not too much. The Kulvataroth raid or siege in Monster Hunter World started on Friday. For anyone who doesn't know, it's kind of this weird event where basically you can launch several 4-man teams out into the world to track a single monster, and as you do damage, break things on it, or find research items, you all contribute to a cumulative research bar, and as that bar grows, everyone's rewards when you eventually take the monster down gets better. So you can make multiple runs as groups, faint out, stunts, and it drops these like really cool armors, really good weapons and stuff. And I've been going at it for the last few days.
So are you telling me that Monster Hunter figured out how to do raids?
Kinda, yeah. But it's still 4-man groups, but ostensibly up to 16 people can contribute and track this thing together.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's kind of cool. Besides that, I played Jackbox last night with Deadpool, threw down some mad rhymes. That was fun. Until I started fat fingering everything and just cutting off my words.
That's fine.
Question. So, just a step back. Sorry. Question on the Monster World thing. Is that DLC or is that part of the actual game?
No, it's just a straight up event that started. Not DLC.
Okay.
It's a new giant gold covered monster, and it's just a really neat limited time thing.
Wait,
the Mega
another
Man
one?
thing. Yeah, there is a whole schedule of things. We still got a bunch of other ones like Nunastra and just a small group of other like big monsters, and at whatever time they do an expansion, that'll be a whole other group of large monsters like ready to go for this.
Interesting. Okay.
What's the duration on the event?
On the event, I know at least another week, possibly 2. I'm not really sure. I think it may end on the 18th. So I gotta say, I know I got one more weekend with this, and I just barely got my gear together for it, so I gotta start farming hard on that.
Are you running with VGZ folks, or do you have another group?
I have a bunch of other people. No one in VGZ's going right now. You sad sacks. We'll get back in here. But if anyone wants to go, just let me know, and I'll run with you. Thank you. Besides that, nothing.
This has been a public service announcement from DrChibi.
Thank you.
Anything else?
No, that's pretty much it. Took my cats to get fixed, so I've been taking care of them for the last 2-3 days as well. So not too much else. Oh wait, actually, there's one other thing. Just like you did, Brennan, I got into Project Stream, so I've been playing Assassin's Creed Origins, not Origins. Sorry, Odyssey.
Naranjas.
Yeah.
Oranges.
I'm about 16 hours in, and I'm feeling the grind. Like, I got to the naval combat. It doesn't feel anywhere near as good as.
Wait, it took you 16 hours to get a boat?
No, I'm just saying. Like, I'm at 16 hours, and as soon as I got the boat, I just realized it's not that good.
I'm confused. Did you get the boat at 16 hours, or are you?
No, I'm at 16 hours.
The boat.
I'm past the boat by about.
He's a boat.
7 hours, maybe.
Okay. No, I was just saying because I know how long it took for me to get there, and I was like, it did not take me nearly that long. Did I miss?
No.
But,
like I said, I'm 16 hours, but it just doesn't feel. Sorry.
Yeah, no, I mean, I agree with you. I haven't actually touched it since I have gotten a few other games, but the boat combat does not feel as smooth as Black Flag. So.
No, the mechanic pretty much is you have a bunch of upgrades, like non-cosmetic upgrades. So it has that over. Well, actually, no. Black Flag also had like actual like physical
upgrades.
Yeah. What you have is a crew, which I think is
the crew is the new thing. They didn't have a crew system in Black Flag. Yeah,
because the captain or whoever you have like on the ship, you can have up to 4.
The commanders.
Yeah, commanders. You upgrade the hull, and each time you upgrade the hull, it gives you another slot. These commanders, depending on the rarity, give you abilities like bonuses, like
that's
+3 to fire, plus whatever.
That's more the thing they added with Origins.
Origins,
but it didn't have the ship combat like this. It just had the whole.
No, but like basically you have archers, and you have javelins. So you hold down the right trigger to charge your javelins. You hold down the left trigger and then the right trigger to charge your archers. And the one variable I've seen so far is you hit one of the bumpers to either fire javelins or fire arrows, and that's pretty much it.
Yep.
You can
Right.
you can ram, but that's it.
Moving on to Rook. Rook, what have you been playing?
Really, Deltarune's the only thing that I picked up and played. I've been super busy, so not a lot actual gaming happening. But when I did play it, I did a really deep dive. I played the shit out of it, and I did as much research as I possibly could. So once we get there in our segment, I'll contribute what I know there.
Okay,
Make
cool.
up for my
Sounds
short
good.
segment here.
Right on. As for me, Red Dead. As I said earlier in the stream, I have not had the most successful week with gaming, unfortunately, just due to work-related things. But I'm at 35% completion in Red Dead, so that feels pretty good. I'm taking my time with it still. I've done a lot of side stuff, kind of doing the classic like clean up everything as I move in sort of situation when it comes to different areas. So yeah, so I got to a pretty big plot point actually about an hour before we started the podcast, so I stopped for the night. Probably I might go back tonight, but maybe not. But game is still pretty fucking amazing, and I am very excited to continue playing it. Other than that, been playing more Magic Arena. I have a really dumb deck that is fun to play. Probably not very fun to stream, but very fun to play.
Yeah.
And been playing Pokemon Go too. But that's basically it. So let's get into what's coming out this week. Should have like transition music or something. Anyways, don't.
I can put it in post. I'll put it in post.
Cool. Yeah, put it in post. There we go. That'll be a thing. This week. So this week is actually one of the later weeks of releases. Thankfully, we have to get a break in somewhere, I guess. So this week we have the big ones that I feel are sort of note. We have Tetris Effect, which comes out on Friday. Tetris Effect is the new game from Enhanced Games, the guys who made the Res Infinite remake or Res Infinite game. They made Luminize, which I think most people are more familiar with.
Wait, really?
And it looks awesome.
Really?
Yes, those guys.
I never hear anyone talking about Lumines.
I talk about Luminize. I've talked about Luminize multiple times on the podcast.
I think like 2-3 times we got into it. About the different tiles.
It's not something we talk about repeatedly.
Okay.
I love Luminize, and they are the guys who made it, and that comes out. Tetris Effect comes out on the 9th, which is PS4, PSVR right now. Hopefully, hopefully we'll go elsewhere.
I was gonna say I love Res. I bought freaking Child of Eden and played through it. You know, I've never been into Lumines, and it's always seemed kind of like, I don't know.
What about Medios?
You of all people is a rhythm game person. I'm actually surprised by that.
It's not a rhythm game. It's a puzzler that you like.
There are rhythm elements to it.
Yeah,
as
much as
yes.
I don't like it as a puzzle game or a rhythm game.
Well, you're entitled to your opinion.
It's just
I don't
wrong.
agree with it. No, I'm just saying I don't agree with your opinion. You're entitled to your opinion. I just disagree. I think it's a really good game, and I think that I'm happy to see them get a cool license to do some fun things with. And I've seen some gameplay footage from like Giant Bomb and all them. And
yeah, it looks real pretty.
I'm excited to play it at some point. Also coming out this week, Worlds of Final Fantasy Maxima, which I guess is the like collection of all of the rest of it, right? Is that
adds new stuff apparently?
Adds new stuff. Okay, so it's like the Game of the Year edition, essentially.
Yeah, new characters, new lands, new story.
Okay.
Anything exclusive to this version, or?
Yes.
Oh, jeez.
Yes.
Can you upgrade?
It's the final mix, like Kingdom Hearts.
Go buy it again, damn it.
Buy it again, damn it.
Nope.
It's probably cheaper than it was originally or something. I don't know.
It's $60.
Oh, never mind.
Yep.
Also coming out this week, is Monster Boy. On the 6th is Monster Boy and the Cursed Kingdom, which is a spiritual successor to the Wonder Boy series. If you haven't played any of the Wonder Boy games, I strongly suggest it. They're awesome side-scrolling fighters.
Tenacious D has a song about
or side-scrolling like action-adventure games. Think of like what's it called? Shantae is sort of like a spiritual derivative of like the Monster Boy series, or the Wonder Boy series, at least the third one. Where it's like side-scrolling left to right, and you have towns to run into and things to beat up and that sort of stuff.
Do you get to fight Nasty Man?
No, I don't think so. You get to fight some dragons, though.
Okay.
Um,
I've heard he can kill a yak. 400 yards.
with mind bullets.
With mind bullets.
With mind bullets.
That's telekinesis, Kyle.
Yes. Also coming out this week. Well, kind of coming out this week, I guess I should say, as the continuation of the really shitty game practice current practice known as early editions continues. If you are a member of Origin Premier, EA's Origin Premier service, you have access to Battlefield 5 on November 9th, and nobody else does. There's also the EA Origins EA Access trial, which is available on Xbox One, also on November 9th, but you only get like 10 hours of that, essentially. So you get to play the game for 10 hours before the game comes out, essentially. Also following that trend, Hitman 2, its gold and collector editions also come out on November 9th. Their actual physical release is next week.
Yeah.
But,
Who's
unfortunately...
Is that them?
What?
Is that just IO Interactive doing those physical releases? Or is that under somebody?
I thought Square was still publishing?
How?
There was a publishing agreement with somebody. I think they signed up to maybe Warner Brothers? Yeah, it was Warner Brothers.
Oh, okay.
So I guess it's Warner Brothers did this.
That makes more
blame
sense.
Warner Brothers, since everybody has been doing this. And I mean, we've talked about the last couple of podcasts, actually. This has been a recurring theme over the last 7 episodes of the podcast, if you will.
Mm-hmm.
This has happened a lot with Premier games coming out. I would not be surprised if we get at least one more game this year like that. I'm actually not sure. I'm like scrolling down real quick to see if I see it anywhere. Not necessarily that I see, but I wouldn't be surprised if we see it, because a lot of games have been doing this recently. Unfortunately,
it built hype, a sense of privilege, and it cost them very little to nothing. So there's no real reason for them not to.
It gives people a sense of pride and accomplishment.
I think it sucks. I know that's a really hard opinion to get behind. But I think the main reason why it really kind of burns a little is so the game comes out on a Friday, so you could have the whole weekend to play it, but only if you buy the $100 version.
Right.
Yeah.
That's a pretty.
It generally is the $100.
Otherwise, you have to wait a whole another 3-4 days.
You have to wait till Tuesday. Yeah, you have to wait till Tuesday to actually pick it up, and then you usually have to wait till if you work a 9 to 5 Monday through Friday gig, you have to wait till Friday to get off.
And at that point, if you want to catch up to the people who were there first, then you got to buy the shortcut packs, right? Otherwise, you're behind.
Yeah, exactly. And also,
and you'll never be as good as those people who have no lives and just play it all the time anyway.
I mean, that's a factually correct statement. So, I mean, you know.
But during the initial rush period, that's when everyone's equal, yet not. So that's why there's that impetus to get in first, to at least get your stuff and get those. Haha! I have a better weapon than you kills.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's pretty shit. I don't think that's a really
EA is a
controversial opinion. It's not just EA doing it though. Everybody sort of jumped on that bridge.
No, it's not. But EA
and yet, ironically, we're not getting bad company.
This is the second or third time EA has done this with a multiplayer-focused title, in which, as you just said, the guys who get those guns first and just owning shit because those guns are overpowered. Yeah, that's.
Yep.
That's the thing. EA
I
is
agree.
A piece of shit.
Yep. Also, just to wrap up the releases this week, Overkill's The Walking Dead, which is Overkill is the company that made Payday, right?
And The Raid.
and the raid.
No one played the raid. No one played the raid.
Anyways, that's coming out, so I hope you enjoy Payday.
I'm excited for that.
It looks,
Payday Left 4 Dead edition.
Yeah, it looks like Left 4 Dead.
And they're making, was it GTFO?
I don't know.
Is that out?
No, but they're making it. That's all I know.
Well, anyways, so that's coming out to very little fanfare, honestly. I haven't really seen anything about it until we just mentioned
because it was delayed for so friggin' long.
It was first announced in 2014.
Yeah, that definitely could be a reason as to why I haven't heard much people talking about it.
And the other thing is, it was announced hot on the heels after Survivor. What is that?
Survivor Instinct, or no?
Survival Instinct. That's it. Survival
the
Instinct.
The one with
Daryl
that
game.
they really hyped, and it was bad.
The really terrible one that was like in the discount bin at Walmart within like the first few days.
Actually, surprisingly bad.
How is it surprisingly bad?
Because they hyped it and it looked good.
No, it should have at least some money behind it because it starred freaking what's his face and I don't know.
No.
This game gave Legendary a run for its money, and that's a bad game.
Yeah. So yeah, announcing this after that, like when I first heard this story, I'm like, didn't that game already come out? And
yeah, that's what I thought too.
yeah, so we were like scratching our heads and like looking around, and no, this is a completely different game. It just suffers from this kind of preamble of shitty licensed game.
Yeah.
But hopefully it's good.
The trailers for it are actually good, but they're all little cinematic things. Like they did not show any gameplay ever.
Right, probably because they were tweaking the hell out of it.
Yeah.
When I looked around, it said that the developers really wanted to release a excellent game on release and not a quick game by a deadline.
Oh, so they followed the
Silicon Knights?
No, the Miyamoto strategy of doing things.
Right, but that just sounds like making an excuse for not having realistic goals and having a shitty game on your hands, and then being like, "Oh fuck, we can't release this."
I mean, I definitely think that's probably the more likely the scenario. Yeah. Then to top off the releases this week, a retraction from last week. I thought that the Taiko no Tachigen Switch game was supposed to have come out, but it seems like it isn't. And it's actually coming out this Friday, which I thought was weird. And for some reason, you can get exclusively the download code at GameStop. I don't know what the fuck's going on there. There's no physical release, but they have a thing where they're like, you can get the official limited or the official exclusive download pre-order from GameStop.
So Chibi Robo Park Patrol, which was only at Walmart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't get it.
So you buy the card that has the code that lets you download the thing?
No, you don't even get a code. They're not even going to give you a card. They're going to give you it on the fucking receipt.
Yeah.
That's so dumb.
Yeah. But yeah, so fun stuff there. Tune in next week when I think we're even sparser on the releases, surprisingly. But we'll talk about that next week. For now, let's get into the news. Not a lot of news this week, surprisingly. But there was BlizzCon. And at BlizzCon...
Boy, BlizzCon was a thing.
So, let me preface this by saying that I...
Can we do the reverse of what they did, where we start with the bad news and end with the good news?
There was good news?
Yeah, there was. Overwatch.
Okay.
Related.
Oh, I don't know anything about the good news.
I'll go to there when we get there.
Let's talk about Diablo. Do you guys like Diablo? I love Diablo. Diablo's a great game. Like
Diablo's a good game.
Many great hours spent in Diablo 2, and this year they were prepping. Diablo was the post keynote story time thing that they do, and they had their keynote where they talked about a bunch of things. There's new Hearthstone expansion, which the community is kind of mild on, considering other games are coming out that have sort of superseded the gameplay and all that. But the big news was the last piece. It seems that Blizzard has decided to grace us with the presence of a Diablo mobile game. Diablo Immortal.
What everyone was asking for.
And not only did they decide to grace us with this, but they decided to grace us with basically what is just essentially a skinned version of an already existing game.
Wait, that I did not hear. Tell me.
Oh yeah. Oh no! If you look it up online, NetEase is the company that is producing
Yes.
this. They already have this game made. I forget what it's called off the top of my head. I need to find the link.
I have it right here.
But essentially, the Diablo subreddit like dug into this immediately.
Crusaders of Light.
No, so I think that was the first one that people found, and it looks like it's the same exact engine. But then they found a second one that is actually the exact same thing. Like like that is the same engine, but then they also released another one that I can't find at the moment.
So I'm going to say something that might be a little weird here.
Mm-hmm.
If you are looking to hire someone to make a mobile Diablo game, would not your first instinct to be look at the person who is making the best clone Diablo games on mobile?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to say that they didn't do exactly what you would think one would do, but
However, I agree that why they would do that at all is
Like,
perplexing.
why would you put that as your ending for your keynote for your con every year? Like, and I think a lot of people made a good point on posts about this, that just like showing like the logo for like Diablo 4 and saying, yeah, it's coming out in like 5 years, would have not gotten this level of negative attention. And they even have said in interviews they were expecting some
Positive
negative.
responses.
No, they were expecting some negative responses. Like they figured, yeah, we're gonna see
really?
some negative responses. We know this because it's, you know, there's always going to be naysayers. Yeah, there's always going to be naysayers. But it's like, no, you did all this, and you didn't even have to hype anything, and you, instead of, like, you could have said nothing, but instead you gave something that literally is just a reskin.
To compare
of
it
an
to the
existing
Bethesda press release, like they're like, hey, we're showing you what's way down the road as kind of our keynote highlight thing. And it's like Elder Scrolls 6 is coming. It's way down the road.
It's coming.
That
Shut
would
up
have been-
already.
Yeah, that would have been acceptable. But A-Slime brings up a really good point, which is that those other games are not mobile exclusive. The Crusaders of Light are on PC.
So the game is actually the correct game is actually called, or the game that actually is the obvious clone is called Endless of God, which is great gibberish.
Very
I'm posting,
Chinese, yeah.
Yes, very Chinese. I just posted the video in stream chat. It is exactly the same interface with very little changed comparatively.
The thing that gets me is like it. When you make a mobile game, you're going for a different audience, but also if you're going to call something Diablo, that is a certain audience, and it's not the people playing mobile games.
No.
Correct. Like it's a venue issue. There's a time and a place for you making that announcement, and you could have made it like this week after BlizzCon when people are talking about
Facebook.
Yeah, on Facebook.
Yeah, like even the people who were defending Blizzard and calling that guy an asshole are like, yeah, this is disappointing.
Yeah,
so,
like, it's really dumb.
Was it T or Brojo or somebody who said, yeah, like they just had that realization earlier today where, wait, all these people bought plane tickets.
Yeah,
and
it was Brojo.
And they got like hotel rooms and they spent all this money to get there to hear about their favorite thing.
And the tickets themselves were pricey.
Yeah.
And have a mobile game.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the thing is, like, it's, as I said, it's a venue issue. Like, they did exactly like, and people were making the point, like Rook was talking about. Bethesda did the same thing at E3 this year, but they capped off their press conference with showing like literally a 20-second flyover clip of Elder Scrolls 6, and everybody was like, "All right, that's pretty cool."
All right, shut up already.
We can let Fallout 76 be a thing, I guess. But you got all this shit coming out, so I give you the okay. Like, you can have a little bit of a shit as long as you tell us that you care about us. And this is like, since this is just like clearly just cash grab city.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For shame.
For shame. Deadpool, you said there was good stuff though that did come out of BlizzCon. Let's get off the shit train.
So there's new Overwatch characters.
Yeah.
That's the big thing.
Okay.
There's
Widow
new
too.
characters.
It's
there's Widow with a robot.
no, she looks fun. All right, she has a rifle and she has a shotgun.
She looks fun, and the only reason I made that joke is because Chibi made me think about it for a second.
Yeah, no, somebody posted that GIF of all the faces laid over each other, and that was good.
Blizzard yet again proves they do not know how to write the story because McCree is both 27 and 108.
Right? Overwatch's lore is basically non-existent. Okay.
It's non-canonical too. It's non-canonical.
It started off with a story and ended up with nothing. I love that.
Like it's actually the worst.
You're dealing with characters that were prototyped for a movie that never came out and are being slapped together in. They're reused concepts. Don't even worry about it. There is no story.
And then the new character that's coming out, so there's Ash is the one of them, and the other one is a robot that they showed off.
Yeah, she was in the cinematic. They didn't actually announce her.
All of the characters that they've ever prototyped are going to be in the game eventually, apparently. So
where is Mama Hong?
We're gonna get a poison dude, I guess, because
Give me Hazmat Man.
Basically there have been no new character designs since the start of Overwatch.
Yeah, because they made 1 million of them before the game came out, and okay, we're
40.
going to finally come out eventually.
They made 40.
That's a million.
That's the whole thing. Those two numbers are not the same. I'm just gonna say that.
I'm shaking my fist at you. But yeah, I don't know. Look, Ash looks like fun. She has a pump action rifle and she has a shotgun, and her ult is goddamn robot buddy, this big old dude.
No,
and
great.
With rocket missile arms.
This is the positive part of the conference, dude.
Yeah.
I'm being positive about it.
No, I just yes, she looks like every other attractive lady on the roster, and I don't.
Same face, yes.
Yeah, I don't know how to feel about it other than she looks fun to play, and I don't care.
Yeah, should be cool.
Says
she's
the
got
white
a little
man.
bit of, scout mobility with the force of nature, which is
the
cool.
robot.
Yeah, they showed her doing a rifle jump.
Awesome.
They showed her doing a rocket jump, but with her shotgun. Yeah.
If they pull off the robot character, not Bob, Echo. If they pull off her right, it's gonna be really cool what she can do. But that's not coming for at least 6 months. So Ash is coming out in 2 months. So
I'll play her.
Enjoy your Overwatch.
Yeah,
I do sometimes.
So it wasn't all bad. WoW Classic is good.
Wasn't that announced to be beginning of next year?
What, Ash?
Spring? No. WoW Classic or whatever.
Yeah, but you can play it now or something. What was that? They were playing it at BlizzCon. They're playing it at BlizzCon.
Okay. I mean,
yeah.
I'm just gonna post for people's clarity. Well, I don't have it available right now, but LRR did a really great craft shot about that and how, people are really excited for it. You don't know why. I don't know why you're so excited for it.
Because nostalgia, motherfucker.
Yeah, no, that's the whole thing. Is you can't recapture you can't recapture yourself from 10 years ago.
You don't know what you want.
Always hunts for, and you don't know what you want.
I absolutely can, and I can suck off that nostalgia so hard.
To be fair to the WWE and Vince McMahon has been trying to do that for the last 20 years. So I guess maybe it's fair that the nerd thing can also try to do that.
We brought Lita and Trish back, and we brought here's Hulk Hogan.
DX just wrestled the fucking Brothers of Destruction in Saudi Arabia this last weekend.
It's just the worst.
Argument for Blizzard from WWE.
Why is all the women's content so much better than the main roster? What the fuck? Anyway,
the main roster has no innovation. They're stuck in 1998. Anyways, let's move on and now talk about wrestling.
Wait. So there was one more thing that happened from BlizzCon, but wasn't actually there. Was Diablo 3 on Switch?
That got released. We talked about that last week.
We talked about it, but we didn't see it.
It
wasn't out until
we
2
saw
days ago.
video and stuff. Yeah, what? We talked about it. We talked about it last week. I don't know what you're talking about, Deadpool. We talked about it last week. We knew that it was coming out.
Good.
Crazy
Good
old
game.
Deadpool.
Okay. Anyways, Rook, let's bring you on to talk about this Deltarune thing.
Fucking Deltarune.
And yeah, talk about it. It came out this
Okay.
week. I don't know anything about it other than it's
It
the
dropped
Undertale dude.
October 31st with
Spooky.
I wouldn't say no fanfare, but without like real advertisement.
Well, like the Undertale Twitter account was doing a thing, like
It was
hyping
doing
it up.
some cryptic messages, like definitely taking a big play out of AAA gaming book as of late, where they're like, here's a really cryptic thing. What does it mean? Stay tuned and find out. But on the 31st, they uploaded Deltarune, which is an anagram for Undertale. And they're like, "Here,
Nude
have at it."
alert.
Nude Alert is going to be the next one for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Deltarune is not a sequel. Very distinctly not a sequel. Reading the Twitter exchanges that Toby Fox put up after the fact, Deltarune is what Undertale was going to be after he started making Undertale. Undertale was a project he started making having wanted to make an RPG, but then he's like, my ideas changed over time and I didn't want to switch the game's style overall, so I just kind of binned it for a while. And it took him 2 years to release the first chapter, which is about 4 hours of content, depending on how you play it. It's good. The game plays well.
It seems
plays-
like most of the things that Undertale had, and then some.
Expanding on it.
He
Yeah.
wrote the story for this game in its entirety in 2012.
Right.
It's
Yeah.
done.
You want
he
to
just
talk
needs a
about this,
team to
Serge?
make it.
Right.
Oh, hey, yeah.
It's a lot of content. He does not really have the time or the ambition to make it all himself, so he has said,
Oh, he's
this
got
is
the
gonna be
ambition.
it. This
He's
is
got the
gonna be
ambition.
it.
He's got the
Until
ambition
I
and the
get-
time, but he said if he makes it on his own, it's going to take him 999 years. So
Right, which is why he does not have the time or ambition to actually make the game. And like I was saying, Deadpool, he has no intention of making it on his own. He is going to build a team to make it. What that means...
He's sending Nick Fury out.
Yeah, he's gathering, who do you know? It's going to be Ocean's 11, but it's going to be Deltarune.
Phil Fish.
The
Yeah.
Avengers.
it might actually be Phil Fish in there. I wouldn't be surprised.
So it isn't a sequel, but it does feature just about every character you know and love. And part of the heart-wrenching parts of its story really are kind of cheaply affected that they power themselves on that. Like, if you've played the game before, you're going to see characters you recognize, and you're going to be like, oh god, I remember. And the game really predates that, and it's like, hey, you remember this character? They don't remember you. And it's fucked up. But that's as deep as I'm going to go as far as spoilers are concerned. Like I said, it's got 4 hours of content. It's really well made. It's a JRPG with a party-style combat. How that works, well, you're just going to have to play it and find out. The music's good.
The music
I think
is
it
real
could be
good.
better.
That's
an opinion that I have.
Is it a spoiler to ask if your main character is actually Frisk or not?
Yes.
Yeah, no. I mean, no.
To be
I guess
safe,
it's fine. Your character was never Frisk anyway.
Okay, I guess I don't know enough to... Okay, fair enough.
Yeah. But
Could I play this and not know or care about the original?
Yes.
Okay.
You will not get a lot of the references. You'll run into a character and you'll have a dialogue option with them and you'll be like, why?
I guess that's a theoretical yes, not a practical yes, is what I'm hearing.
I saw somebody play like the first hour, and I saw 2 characters, at least, that I recognized.
Mm-hmm.
And then it abandoned them, and then the story went places.
And then it comes back.
Okay.
Anyway, just play it. Play it, man. It's good.
Do you want to come talk about this, Serge? Do you want to come talk about? Do you want to be on this podcast? Don't yell stuff at me from afar.
Serge,
All right.
play Deltarune.
He is. He has been.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Neat.
He's probably almost done if you say it's like 4 hours.
The final and probably most crucial thing. You will be able to play it pacifist. You will be able to play it genocide. It will not impact the story at all. That has been confirmed.
I heard there's one ending, yes.
That's interesting.
There's a single engine, or a single ending, and that's it.
So your decisions don't matter. Classic
Your
video
decisions don't matter, and the points are made up.
It actually says that at the beginning of the game, straight up.
Oh, that's kind of neat. That's interesting.
And then
That's
they lie
interesting,
to you, and they tabulate everything.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised.
Cool. All right. Well, that was a thing that happened.
And if anyone wants to read more about it, I will post this here. There are some mild potential spoilers, so I'm going to mark that.
Cool. All right. Let's move on. With some quick bits, we got a handful of little smaller things that aren't like giant, but the first thing I did want to, and I'm gonna cap it off at the end of the podcast as well, is that Tuesday is election day and it's midterms. Go vote. I don't care who you vote for, just go fucking vote if you're old enough to vote.
Yeah.
If you're not registered to vote, you should have registered to vote. Go register to vote so you can vote in the presidential election in 2 years.
Or bring your identity and a piece of mail so that you can vote even if you haven't registered.
Bring someone's identity. There's plenty of people doing that.
Not every state lets you do that, unfortunately.
Well, try it anyway.
Check your local voting laws, and if you can vote, go vote.
Just go fuck with the voting people, yeah. Just try it.
Don't vote. Don't fuck with the voting people. Just be considerate. That was actually a thing they posted in. I actually got to early vote because Virginia has rules that allow you to do such a thing. When I did that, there was actually a posting that specifically said, "The poll workers are volunteers. They have taken time out of their lives to do this. Please respect them." And I was like, that's really great. That's great that they actually posted that. I mean, it sucks that we live in a world where you have to fucking post that, but it's cool that they posted a thing that said that.
Research.
Dab on the haters, folks.
Yeah. Research.
Dab on the voters.
And your candidates. Do not bring your phone into the booth with you.
Yeah, don't take a picture of you voting. That's actually illegal. You cannot enter a contest that requires you to prove that you voted. That's actually also illegal for them to run the contest and for you to send like a picture of you voting. That's actually illegal. So don't be stupid, but go vote.
As someone who has completely lost faith in our government and the voting process and everything to do with reality in general, I'm still going to go vote.
Good on you. I'm proud of you, Cali.
Congrats.
I will not give you anything in exchange for your vote, but know that
Tuesday's going to be a busy day, because
Tuesday is going to be a busy day.
Yeah.
At the very least, you'll get unconditional permission to complain about everything for the next 4 years.
That's what I want, basically.
Yeah.
I think like Uber and Lyft are offering reduced rates on voting day to get to the polls.
Free.
If not free, if not free in some cases. If you don't have your ID, you can use a temporary ID. You might get a provisional ballot though, but voting is better than not voting.
Can I ask a question? A serious question.
If it's a political question, I'm not asking not to, but...
No. When did we as a society become okay with getting into people's cars?
I'm sorry, what do you mean?
Ever since cars were invented.
No, I mean like just somebody coming to pick me up just because I'm paying them $30. When did we become okay
cars
with that?
were invented.
Yeah,
since taxis existed.
I don't like that either. I have been in a taxi once.
Well, don't get in the one. I travel 13 miles to work and back every day, and I use cars at least half the time.
That blows my mind. Like
the first people to own cars were super rich and had designated drivers, and then once cars became more mainstream, there were hitchhikers, and then there was a driving profession that was taxis, and now it's Uber. Get with the program, man.
It goes against everything I was told as a child. Don't go into strangers' cars. Don't fucking.
That was shit made up by your parents to frighten you, man. Don't put that.
Yeah, but there's good reason. Go look up. Go Google Uber crime or Lyft murder.
Yeah, no, but percentage-wise, it's not that high, and you really should talk to people more often and talk to strangers a lot more. So no, that's all bullshit.
I've talked to enough strangers, and I had bad experiences with that.
You need to talk to strangers to
support Callie's efforts to become a
contacts.
I mean,
That's fine.
you do you.
We
That's all
are
I'm
a
going to say.
social society,
All right,
and don't be not okay with that.
let's move on.
All right. Old man
Move
yells
on.
at cloud.
Yeah, that's what I'm hearing right now. So let's move on. Speaking of clouds, Fallout 76 is a game in the cloud.
It is.
But you know how awesome. So, did anybody ever do like speed hacking in Fallout?
Yep.
Does anybody have issues with their computer being able to run games really well, but only when you're looking at the floor?
I used to.
Sometimes in the past.
Well,
Wow.
guess what? In Fallout 76, the brand new hit game from Bethesda Game Studios, that is an online-only game. If you unlock the FPS in your game, you go faster. If you have a fast enough computer, mind you.
Or if your computer's slow and you find yourself moving very slowly, you can look at the ground and go faster.
Yeah, this actually proven over the last 3 or 4 betas that they've run, beta days that they've run. I actually sat and watched about an hour of Shroud, who's one of the Twitch streamers out there, which I'm sure everybody knows, but whatever. And he was doing this in the stream because he was like, yeah, it's the last day of the beta, they're going to do a wipe, so I'm going to do this because I don't give a fuck. And sure enough, he was like zooming around fucking towns in seconds because he was looking at the ground or using a third-person view and looking at the ground. It was really dumb, and it's so much to the point where I got pretty upset earlier. I actually canceled my collector's edition pre-order, which I was not expecting to do.
But do you not expect them to fix that?
I don't.
They haven't.
They haven't.
Say they will, but they have never done so.
I mean, there's other reasons why I canceled my pre-order because I'm underwhelmed by the overall like look and feel of the game. There's significant pop-in issues. The game is just empty as fuck.
There's a lot of content. There's just not a lot of depth to the content.
Yes.
Every quest that you get is walk over here, pick up thing and read it. Walk over here.
It's like an MMO. Kill 4 mud crabs, and then bring the mud crab things to a robot, and then he'll give you another quest.
Even less than that, yeah. I mean,
the whole
speed
hack shit is the first thing the unofficial patches always fix, so they never fixed it. And so it's bad that it's happening again.
It's wonderful that technology has advanced this far that we're creating new and exciting jank. It's Bethesda, but like this is a new level.
Advanced Bethesda.
Yeah. Someone might have a better perspective on this than me, but speed locking to FPS is primarily a single player thing, and it's to reduce development costs, right? So you don't have to simulate your walk speed.
I don't remember the exact solution for this, but it's essentially almost one line of code of don't fucking tie it to frame rate, you goddamn stupid idiots.
No, I think it's a little more. It's probably a little more complicated than that. That's like probably a little disingenuous.
No, it's literally that much because that's what the unofficial patches fix every single fucking time.
Isn't that what happened with Dark Souls, where like the damage you were taking was tied to frame rate?
They decided to take a few shortcuts and basically tied a bunch of their systems just to the FPS clock. So when you got to the PC version with the higher FPS, all your degradation, your fall damage, a bunch of stuff just got modified up the wazoo. Right. Like everything was like.
What you'd have to do is you'd have to institute ticks, and you'd have to tie them to ticks instead of FPS.
I had tick once.
There's a fix. There's a fix that goes into every Bethesda game but we're not going to have that fix on this unofficially for a year because they are delaying mods. So
because they have to make private servers first.
Right. They have to do a lot of stuff, and that's part of the reason why I canceled my pre-order. There's actually a really good video. I don't know who this person is. I don't know any past things of theirs, but it's a well-constructed video by a guy or a channel called Skill Up, where he talks about it was literally the first day of the PC beta, but I mean, it was 4 hours of him playing it. And he also played the Xbox One version, and it just shows you like everything that's really like a problem with the actual game. And it was a really good, like Dark just said, it was a really well done video that like it is very like it's very mild mannered. Like he's not just going like this game shit. Like he was like, I wanted to like this game, but there are some serious problems and they cannot fix them because they're design issues.
Oh, he makes some really good like rational breakdowns of stuff. He was a Destiny streamer that defected to Warframe a while ago.
Oh, okay. Cool. As I said, I don't know. I didn't know anything of the user. But I just watched when I watched this video, I was like, "Wow, that's right." And I've watched a handful of like streamers stream it over the last couple of days. I actually had the beta downloaded, and I kind of just. Whoa.
Hello.
Brojo.
Brojo, what are you doing here? Brojo, no.
Put him. Thank
All
you.
right, I put Brojo back in
He's
general.
in
I don't know
timeout.
why I should have. Anyways, yeah, no, I definitely like. It's a very well thought out video. If you haven't watched it, it's worth it. Don't. I really couldn't like. I really didn't want to cancel my pre-order because I actually really wanted that cool power armor helmet and the stuff that came with the collector's edition. But I have a feeling that I'm not going to enjoy the game, and that's pretty sad.
You could have given it to me.
You're right.
I would have kept
$200
it because even if you don't like what's coming out in the official stuff,
$350.
once private servers come out, mods will make
Sure.
that game.
Right.
I could pick it up.
free-
I could pick it up at that time probably for $30.
Yeah.
But you won't get the cool helmet. You won't get the other.
Yeah, you know what? I came to the grips with the fact that was the case, but also like ThinkGeek, when they did the Pip-Boy for Fallout 4, ThinkGeek had a Pip-Boy about 8 months later available on the website that was actually fully functional. So I'm just expecting that somebody's going to make the fucking power helmet because they just did that before. They've done it before. They're going to do it again.
Sure.
And if they don't, I'll be upset. But at the end of the day, like I couldn't justify spending $200 on a collector's edition for a game that I wasn't going to like. Like I have a bunch of collector's editions that I bought, which I'm happy that I bought the collector's editions. But this is like one of those instances where I just couldn't justify the
Right.
cost.
That's fair.
So, but yeah, so kind of unfortunate. I mean, they definitely. I'm sure they're going to fix it. Maybe we'll see. I mean, because the thing is they fix it, and then people are going to be upset because the game won't run at fucking 144. It won't run correctly on 144 hertz monitors or what have you. So I don't know. We'll see what happens. At the end of the day, I'm disappointed. I'm not picking it up on release. Hopefully, it gets better. Moving on. Artifact. The Hi, Deadpool.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you're singing songs?
No, I was just thinking, moving right along. Anyways, go ahead.
Oh, okay. Artifact, the Valve Dota 2 themed virtual card game. He threw me off.
Passive aggressive cast.
Yeah, I don't know what happened there.
No, I was just thinking of the song when you said it. Anyways, go ahead.
Okay. Anyways, so that's coming out a little bit later this year. Apparently, they pushed the release date back. It's going to be now at the end of November. It is not a free-to-play game. So this is like very exclusive in the idea that it's going to be a card game in the likes of a Magic the Gathering, so much of the fact that Richard Garfield, the creator of Magic the Gathering, is actually one of the head designers on it. But you'll have to buy all the cards individually, either on the market or via packs or what have you. Anyways, they're running a tournament before the game comes out this weekend coming up with a $10,000 prize pool. It'll be hosted on Beyond the Summit, who's one of the bigger Valve game streamers out there. They stream like Dota and Counter-Strike. So they're a pretty cool streaming collective. But anyways, so that's interesting. I will leave it on the background. I'm somewhat interested in Artifact, but now that like Magic Arena has come out, I don't need another fucking virtual card game ever, because like Magic Arena is everything I ever wanted out of a Magic game.
Themed one? What?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm okay with a Dota themed card game, and the game, from what I've heard, people like the gameplay. The gameplay is
you
good.
You really got to sell me on that. That's not just a reskinned other game, because I had it up to here with skinned games.
No, this is actually like Valve internally developed this game. Like I said, Richard Garfield actually designed the card game.
It has lanes and stuff. Like it's unique enough.
So like a card battle from Adventure Time?
I mean, are we gonna say that like every video game is we're going down the Pong route where every game is actually Pong, but we just did some things to make it not Pong? Like card games, you have to be a little like legit. Card games are all going to be similar in one way. The fact that you're using a fucking card to play the game.
All of them are Uno. Okay.
All the card games in the world are based on Uno. You heard it here first.
But no, on a serious note, I'd want to know what features about it set it apart.
before the lane.
That's fair. There are gameplay videos out there you can find that talk about it. A lot of top streamers of all of the various card games on Twitch have said privately, because it's not public yet, it's not a public beta yet, but they have said on their streams of other games that they like what they see so far. Valve is putting a metric fuck ton of money behind it. Like, this is a $10,000 prize pool. They've already said that they plan on doing a invitational style tournament for Artifact in the future. So they're putting some money behind
desperation, though.
Oh no, not Valve.
I mean, Dota 2 has a shit ton of money behind the international tournament, and I mean,
there's enough people to support that because
spanking new card game, like, you don't just dump a huge prize pool unless you're artificially trying to boost interest.
No,
Yeah,
they
but
just have the money to burn on that. That's what. They have the money.
Okay.
I mean, they'll probably sell a couple $1 million worth of virtual cards the day it releases, so I'm sure they're not too concerned about the money.
I had hoped that they'd allocate that money a little more wisely, like towards fucking Half-Life 3, maybe. I don't know.
No, they're not making Half-Life 3. That's never coming out.
Half-Life
And now that you mentioned it, it's going, but that's another 3 years it's set back.
Thanks, Rook. Thanks, Rook.
Now it comes out in 17202.
You don't know what you want.
You don't know what you want.
Oh yeah, no, it's
You're going
No,
there.
I understand what you're saying though. But I'm sure this is they probably based it 100% on the fact that they're going to sell millions of stupid virtual cards and people are going to get them for
Rook,
free off of other things.
are you seriously holding out hope over Half-Life 3 for real? Like,
yes.
is anyone actually?
Yes.
Because
Yes.
like,
Yes.
not only can it not be nearly what anyone wants anymore, but like a voice actor died for Eli, and
Yes.
also
To be fair,
the writers have all left, and
Yes.
they don't need to cast Eli anymore. He's
Cali.
dead.
Yes.
The character is dead.
But here's where I come from. Every book needs the end of that book.
No.
You can't just stop a book.
But we
Yes.
already got we already got the story though.
Valve doesn't care. They have your money. Fuck you.
So I mean,
Basically, what
to be
Deadpool said.
to be fair, we never thought that Shenmue 3 would ever come out, and it'll be coming out next year.
No.
Sure.
No.
What do you mean, no?
No, not
Deadpool's he's rejecting my
we
reality.
have gameplay videos actually. Like that's
not of Shenmue, of Half-Life. I'm saying no. No,
Okay.
they're never going to do it.
Excellent.
Ever.
I'm
Okay.
sorry I bogged us down.
also we already got our conclusion more or less from like the
Mark
guy.
Laidlaw.
Yeah,
All right,
no,
yeah.
in written form.
In joke, there was a video the other day that I love, and he was talking about like Source Filmmaker, and then I tried talking to Valve, but all they said was Dota, Counter-Strike, because that's the only things they fucking care about.
All right, talking about something else related to trash fires.
Deadpool.
So, Red Dead Redemption 2 is a great game, but it is an open world game and not immune to the trials and tribulations that occur in open world games.
Mm-hmm.
One fun glitch that people have found, which I have not found, I actually just went. I'm currently in the area that this is an issue in, and have not run into this issue. But there's a patch of ground near a road where it's like there's a fire under it, and people just spontaneously combust into flames when they walk over it,
That's
including horses.
Oh, wait, have you seen people just falling into, like, gaps in the world?
No, I have not seen that. No. I mean, like,
Alright.
fire, like, all of a sudden, walking across this one patch of land, they all of a sudden just ignite into flames.
You know what that is?
It's in the area known as Road, and it's just this central little like.
It's
Dirt
a
trap.
crossroads. Yeah, it's a
that goes
crossroads
right into
outside
town.
of a town.
Do you know what that is? That's
What?
that's a curse.
You've
Yeah.
been cursed.
It's cursed. There really aren't. There are no spoilers in this article, so I'll post the article. There's a Verge article about it, and there's some funny Twitter clips. It just happens, and it's actually pretty
they say
scary.
it's cursed too. I was right. It's a curse.
So for me, actually, this is actually I left this out of the conversation from earlier. I left this out of the conversation from earlier, but with Red Dead, I actually yesterday I lost 2 hours of gameplay.
Mm.
Mhm.
I lost 2 hours of gameplay because I did a mission. I did a really long mission. I did a heist in the middle of the game. And I went back to my camp, and it didn't save. Because I've been just letting the autosave do its thing. I haven't really had too many issues.
Except now.
Well, yeah, except now. And this is where this is where this issue came up. I went to do another mission. It's actually in this town of Rhodes. There's a mission in the town where you get on the train to do something. Now, for those of you who have not played Red Dead yet, I will say something that is not really spoilery, but your relationship with your horse is a very important thing.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's one of those games.
You really don't want to switch horses too often.
Chocolate.
Yeah, get chocolate here. You don't want to switch horses too often because there are benefits to having a good relationship with your horse.
Mm-hmm. It's like Zelda. Got it.
Yeah, exactly. It's kind of like the new. Yeah, it's kind of like Zelda. So what happened is that when you're on a moving vehicle that is not your horse and your horse is nearby, the horse will follow said vehicle. I got on a train. I don't know when it happened because I was doing the mission on the train, but at some point my horse was killed. Yeah, my horse committed suicide and ran into the train and got run over.
Oh, God.
So I was like, oh, that kind of sucks, but I'll just reload the autosave because the autosave was after I completed the last mission. Nope. Autosave, dead horse. And it's like the saddest thing in the world, too, because what happens on your mini-map is that the horse doesn't show up on your mini-map anymore. It's just the fucking saddle. It's the most depressing thing ever.
Jesus.
So I ended up reloading the save that I made before the heist, and that was, as I said, about 2 hours worth of gameplay that I basically had to redo.
Like if you
So
cry every
save
time.
early, save often, folks.
Yeah, I mean, you should save more than I did. The one thing that is a note, and this is the reason why I guess I didn't really save all that much, like unlike GTA 5, where when you go to sleep it just saves, I don't think it does that in Red Dead, or at least it doesn't feel like it's done that. It doesn't make a point of it at the very least.
It's probably just an autosave node.
Yeah, it probably is. I'm not currently using any of the DLC turn up. I actually have decided that I wanted to play through the game entirely vanilla first, with like the vanilla experience, and not get any of the DLC stuff because there's a lot of like benefits to using the DLC. Actually, looking at my Ultimate Edition, yeah, you get like the Warhorse, and then there's also, I thought there's another. Oh, you know what's in the box?
What's in the box?
What's in the box? No, it's in the box that came because I got the Ultimate Edition, the best version. It comes with a bank robbery mission and gang hideout, another horse, some medallion and gameplay bonuses and stuff. So I decided that I didn't want to do the game with any of that because I wanted to play the game, as it is. And then maybe next, the Unsullied experience, because you get like 3 free weapons. Like, I didn't want that because I wanted to play the game as it is, because there are some really great things about the game. Like I talked about last week, one thing that has been great about Red Dead is it doesn't have the GTA problem, where you have $1 billion and therefore it doesn't matter if you die. That I haven't run into that problem yet in Red Dead because I'm scared shitless to lose my money.
Oh, I thought you were going to say losing the license to the music in 10 years.
Oh.
Ooh, got him. Oh.
Got him.
That's a hard hurt, son.
That's a deep cut. All right, let's move on to other deep cuts. Destiny 2 is now free on PC.
That's a hell of a discount.
That is a
But
cut.
you still need to buy the DLC Forsaken in order to actually play it.
Yes, you have to still buy all the DLC if you don't want to feel like you're not playing, that you're only playing like 1/4 of the game.
You do not need to buy all of the DLC. You only need to buy the one DLC, because all
That's
the
still
previous
$40
DLC,
though.
I know, but I'm just saying, people, like, when you go to buy it, because when they first launched this new expansion, they're like, oh, here's just the new expansion, and here's the expansion plus the old expansion. Don't buy the one that's plus the old expansions.
Yeah,
That's
just buy the
wasting
new one.
money.
Man, you know what's messed up? My friend literally texted me today, this friend that I moved away from, and he's like, hey, we should play Destiny. And I'm like, okay, that's cool. They're giving it away for free right now. And he's like, yeah, but I don't play on PC. And I'm like, come on.
It was free on PSN Plus for last month or the month before that.
2 was?
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, it was a couple of months ago.
Rip.
But yeah, so it's free. Go get it. It's on BattleNet. You have till November 18th to get it for free. So if you don't already have it, do so. I have a copy. I have a key for it because they gave out keys with Humble Bundle this year.
Yeah, I've got like 4 keys now.
Yeah, so I have like more
keys
that I need.
Sure.
Why do you need it? You can just go get it right now for free. All you have to do is like literally go to Blizzard. All you have to do is go to BattleNet and click a button, and it just gives you the game.
No, but I want one of Deadpool's.
Oh, okay. Let's move on. One thing that was probably should have actually been a bigger news story, but we decided that we would rather
discuss other things. Yes.
Discuss other things. Smash Bros. That's coming out in like a month or so.
Man,
yeah.
Piranha Plant. What's up with that?
It's a month and 3 days. They announced that the last two characters, and then one character which is DLC, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Last 2 characters are the Pokemon Incineroar.
Red.
And Ken from Street Fighter.
Yep. Also red.
Also red.
Who didn't already guess that this was going to happen when they announced Echo Fighters and also Ryu was in it?
The Ken thing? No, fucking everyone and their mother. Yes.
Yeah, no, that was my joke, Deadpool. Thanks, I appreciate it, buddy.
You're welcome. I got that.
Anyway, they're also doing all sorts of crazy shit. There's no more trophies now. They're doing this thing called Spirits, where it's like gotcha-fied
everyone
Smash Brothers
fucking died.
stuff. Yeah.
Now you collect their ghosts.
Yeah, you collect their ghosts. But yeah, so they're gonna have the Smash Brothers Ultimate Fighters Pass, which is the DLC set.
Wait. If you're just Kirby going around collecting everyone's ghosts, does that mean this is a proper Luigi's Mansion sequel on a next-gen system?
No, we're getting Luigi's Mansion 3.
Because Kirby sucks things in like Luigi's vacuum, right?
We're already getting...
Not everybody is a ghost.
Some
people were made into statues.
We're already getting Luigi's Mansion 3. Comes out next year.
Right after... Look. Go with it.
No.
We're not with you on this ride.
I'm not with you on this one, Cali. But yeah, Kirby is the one true god. But we already knew that, so it's fine.
Our god.
But yeah, so they're gonna have a.
So this is a Vor and rebirthing.
Yes. Shut up. No. Anyways, please, Brennan, please.
Smash Brothers Ultimate is gonna have a Fighters Pass. The Fighters Pass is $25. It'll receive all 5 of the individual sets that are coming out, including additional fighter stages and music. And the first Fighters thing is Piranha Plant, PD Piranha, in his pot and everything.
I love how he runs. It's just wobbling the pot. I love that.
It's great. He will arrive sometime around February 2019, and we'll have an amiibo on February 25th or February 15th.
And so, if you pre-order, you get him free.
Yeah, if you pre-order, you get him free. I guess actually that he won't be one of the 5 sets that come out of the Fighters Pass thing. They did say it's 5 sets, so they could very well include multiple characters in DLC, like they did with Smash Brothers for the Wii U. But yeah, so that was the last Ultimate. People were pissed because they didn't have the character they wanted, because that's how Smash Brothers goes.
But it had fucking every character ever in it. How could
it has every character ever? People are idiots. That's how. You heard it here first. VGZ says people are idiots.
This is a question for all of you. Do any of you have a strong emotional attachment to Geno?
I do.
Kinda, yeah. I really enjoyed the game.
So did I, but not that character.
I did. I have a really cool. One of the first birthday presents that my brother got me after we sort of grew out of being in college and high school and stuff is a really cool wooden carving of Geno.
That's legit.
Oh.
It's actually really cool. It was handcrafted by some person on the internet before Etsy was a thing. It was really cool. So yeah, no, Geno to me, I always thought was a really interesting character in Super Mario RPG, because it's like he's a doll, but no, he's not. He's a real boy. I don't know. It was the character that was the weird character because Super Mario RPG had like Nintendo characters, and then it had these like 2 characters that didn't make sense because they weren't Nintendo characters, and they were definitely Final Fantasy characters, but they didn't put them in a Final Fantasy game because they weren't.
Well, yeah, I felt like just Mallow had a lot more development as a character, and Gino was just kind of
Gino had cool tricks, had timing, like all kinds of like tiny little cues.
Maybe I'm just an asshole.
Yeah,
Yes.
but he was the representative from the Star Road, and
Yes,
like his whole
no,
main hook
no.
was he had this little kid, like he sort of incidentally that he was doing this for. He was someone's toy, and that kid believed in him the entire time.
Okay.
Yeah. I think it would have been cool. I'm not of the fucking Sakurai should die in his sleep level of character person that would say, yeah, that should happen if they were.
I don't know
like, I'm not-
anybody who is.
There are people, they're idiots.
I have
They
not
speak on the
seen
internet.
Not
single
here,
person.
thankfully.
Yeah, nobody in our community is, because our
I've never
community
seen
are.
a single person actually send Sakurai himself death threats, ever. Like even the most angry
I'm not gonna
fans.
Google it.
Even
Deadpool,
those
have
that
you
are
heard of a
fans.
thing called the dark web?
Yes, I've heard of the dark web. Why?
Have you heard of a thing called Twitter?
Yes, been there,
Oh, okay.
done that. Nobody I've ever seen, even the angriest of fans, wants Sakurai dead. Let me just say that.
I mean, I
because they
can
wanted
find...
to make it.
That's
They
a
wanted to
really
make-
low bar. I'm not going to be proud of anybody for that.
It's once again the people who are like, look at this idiot. He represents everyone who hates this thing. No, fuck off with that fucking hyperbole every single time. Every
Hey,
single
man.
time.
I thought you said
There's
you've been on the
always going
internet.
to be some fucking idiot.
Not
There's
every
always
Smash
going to be
fan.
Some fucking idiot.
Hashtag not
always
every
gonna be-
Smash fan.
Hashtag not
some
every Smash
fucking, There's some fucking Magic the Gathering fan. There's some fucking Mario fan. There's some fucking Donkey Kong fan. There's some fucking every single thing has that fan. And if you're always gonna say there's that fan, no, there isn't. Then
Remember when that Smash fan punched Reggie in the face? That was awful.
you remember when that Smash fan, etc., etc. Fucking
Okay,
Jesus
Through
Christ.
feces at a tournament?
No, that was
That-
Pokemon. That was Pokemon.
Oh,
That's
yeah,
different.
sorry.
That was Pokemon.
That's my
There's
bad.
always
Those are
that
different
fan.
communities. Yeah, but that was the
There's
thing, though, Deadpool.
always
There is.
that
Like,
fucking
seriously.
fan.
But we should be above that. Like, I don't get your argument, Deadpool. Your argument's wrong.
What, that we should be above the fans who are idiots? No, we
We-
are. Don't give them attention. Oh,
What?
that guy's
No,
a fucking
but-
retard.
But,
What,
but
don't-
you started with...
Okay.
The idea that that fan is the representative of all the people who hate that thing, that's what I'm talking about.
Deadpool, I think you need to spend some time in the light web. Shine some light on the situation. You spent too much time in the dark web.
You mean AOL?
All right. Let's move on to our last topic for the week.
Grandpa.
Streamlabs. Streamlabs is the people behind OBS. They've done some statistical analysis on the people that let them. 40% of all Twitch streamers are using Streamlabs OBS.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty neat.
Significant, yeah.
Among the 2 million active users over the last quarter, they noticed a 30% decline in hours streamed for PUBG, while Fortnite has had a steady increase.
You know, I was looking at those numbers, and
Mhm.
frankly, I'm shocked that even though it's a giant gulf between them, with Fortnite, the number 1 game, the number 2 game is actually League of Legends.
Yeah.
That's because it keeps spamming those fucking ads on YouTube.
To
I'm
be
so tired of
fair,
them.
the gap is 5.2 times the amount of time. 19 million to 3.6 million hours.
Yeah.
But yeah, it is interesting. I mean, I don't know. I think it's interesting. They came out with a thing about it. But spoiler alert to nobody's surprise, Fortnite continues to be a giant fucking thing.
Would you
in the
like?
internet.
Would you like a Fortnite half minute for a second?
No.
I literally had Serge ask me on Friday, like, Daddy, do we have any plans on Sunday? And I'm like, not really. Why? Because the cube is going to explode, and I want to be there.
Oh yeah.
And I'm like,
What?
there's
a
a
cube.
giant cube. There's a cube. Don't worry about it.
Alright.
It exploded
Alright.
today, and then everyone was just floating in purgatory for a minute, and then
Nice.
like a butterfly appeared, and then everything was back to normal, and the cube was gone.
Yep. They've
So
done
does
this a few
Pandora's
times now.
Right.
Yeah, they've done this a few times now. something similar at least.
Yeah, there is a thing I will give. Like I've talked about this in the past, I think, but like Fortnite's
really
maybe the
podcast.
most. Yeah, you know what? Fine, I'll shut up.
No.
No, I was letting you reiterate. I was just saying that we have said this previously.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, what exactly has PUBG or Battlegrounds? I don't like PUBG. Battlegrounds. What has it actually done?
They're adding Harley Quinn and the Joker.
Yeah.
Really?
So you can wear that pudding neck thing.
Okay.
Yep. That's
Have
it.
they actually like fix certain things? Can you go through windows? Walls?
Maybe.
Have they like fixed the ballistics model? I
It's
don't know.
in 1.0 now.
It's in 1.0 now.
Yay.
That means it's a game.
All right.
Yeah. No, I mean it's definitely a thing. I don't know what to tell you there.
I don't know either. All I know is Microsoft threw its hat behind it, and now it's just been in steady decline.
I feel
even though it is still
like,
significant.
Especially with Call of Duty Blackout now, like there's just less and less reasons to play PUBG by the day. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, whatever. We talked about it last week. Let kids like what they like. It'll probably be dead next year.
No,
This
didn't
time
you hear
next year, we talk
Deadpool?
about the
They're
next game.
wrong.
The kids like Fortnite though,
They do. They very much do.
Oh,
and Roblox.
okay.
Very much so.
Okay.
Roblox is still there.
Oh. Okay. That's great. Let's call it a week.
Wait, no.
Oh, that's right. Sorry. We always give Cali his
minute.
PUBG minute. Please, Cali. PUBG is
Pogo,
Pokemon
Pogo.
Go now.
Pogo
minute.
Pogo.
Cali's Pogo minute. Go ahead, Cali.
All right. Thanks to that, now it's 30 seconds. All right.
What you? Never mind. The Halloween stuff happened. I got 3 shiny gas Gengars. It was pretty cool. And there's a bunch of shiny pincers and Caterpies everywhere right now. I have 5 shiny pincers already. They finally put goddamn Nincada and Ninjask in the game, which was the last generation of Pokemon. Or was it Gen 2? I don't remember. Also, they still haven't added Smeargle. They still haven't added a few Pokemon for Gen 2. So that's your Pokemon Go update.
Yeah, I also don't currently have any. I don't have any fucking shiny pincers or anything.
Are the unknown in yet?
Yes, but they are like super duper incredibly rare.
Yeah,
more so than most.
Well, they had I was listening to the 8-4 podcast about 3 months ago, and they were talking about, because they play a shit ton of Pokemon Go, and they always talk about it on their podcast, if you've listened to them. They actually talked about, in Japan, they did a thing where, like, all of these, like, this department store or, like, a convenience store was running a special event where they got the ability to, like, spawn fucking unknowns.
Yeah, they do these Safari Zone things, but they're all in different countries and that aren't this one.
That's still really cool, though.
I think it's cool.
Like, do you remember when the Johto movie came out and they gave out like Mewtwo cards that had unknown writing on it?
Or
I have
it was the Mew
No, it was
card,
Ancient Mew, and I have it still.
Yeah.
Man,
I have the Messenger Dragonite.
Dude, when I went to one of the regionals when we were still playing the card game, there was like a dude with a shirt that was just the Ancient Mew card, and it looked rad as hell.
Cool.
Dude, that was my first gaming merch ever.
Oh.
Was that card?
Was that card?
That's pretty cool.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
That was the first like non-canonical. I guess you could call it like an in-game thing, but you didn't get it through the game. You got it as like, it was a status symbol. It was a thing.
Yeah, I mean, I had like a Pokemon shirt back in the day. I also had a Mario shirt back in the day. Like they made them. You could find them. Like people sold them.
Look at this real gamer right here.
No, I didn't mean it like that. We can talk about that though. Let's segue. Let's do a little more of a segue, and we'll talk a little bit before we call it a night. I guess since we brought it up.
Is it prove you're a real gamer time? Is that what this is?
Yeah, it's prove you're a real gamer time with the stupidest gaming merch you own.
You were talking about
this topic.
Oh yeah.
No, we put this topic on the queue a long time ago as like a segment of the week idea, And since last week we talked about the PlayStation because the PlayStation Mini was officially out, let's talk about it. Let's talk about the stupidest gaming merch you own. Anybody want to go first? I'm trying to think off the top of my head a couple of things.
I don't like Popco or Funko pop figurines, but I received as a Christmas present a Medic and Heavy Red Team.
That's kind of cool.
They're kind of cool, but that's something I would never buy for myself.
Right.
Are they proportionally sized?
No, they are.
Oh.
They're Funko Pops.
Fucking
Yeah, no, there's different I have a Funko Big Daddy. It doesn't look like a Funko Pop, but it's like a simplified
the
Big Daddy.
Daddy has a big fucking head.
But there's
it's a
also like
Funko, not a Funko
Winston.
Pop.
There's Winston. No. It's a pop. It just because it has beady eyes all over its face already. It looks normal, but like there's an oversized Winston. I've seen a bunch of oversized Funko Pop.
Yeah, no, they do have oversized ones, but like the majority of them are not. That was what I was trying to say by it. Like the majority of them are just the normal sized ones.
Okay. I still have my Borderlands 2 Collector Edition that came with a bobblehead of what's his
I was
face.
about to ask, do collector's editions count? Because, yeah.
Sure.
Sure.
Jeez. Oh, man. Okay. I never entered this. It just showed up one day. But apparently at some point while I was on Xbox Live playing GTA, I got entered to some sort of contest, and I guess after the contest ended 2 weeks later, I received a GTA 4 mini bat.
Hell
it's
yeah!
Like it's an aluminum baseball bat. It just says like Grand Theft Auto 4 on it, and it's got this like little like grip tape on the handle, like you're supposed to be hitting people with it.
That's pretty dumb. That's
pretty dumb.
Is it like a foot long or something?
No, well it's like a maybe like 2 feet ish.
That's weird.
It's a small. It's like a t-ball bat basically.
That's a hell of a thing to get in the mail.
Yeah, seriously.
Yeah, it just showed up, and I'm like, what the hell is this?
Didn't they send out brass knuckles to journalists for a game?
No, there was another game, but somebody did do that once. Yes.
Wasn't it the Darkness or Mafia or something? Yeah, like straight up illegal weapons through the mail.
Yep.
It's gamer merch.
I have a mini turret, USB control that came with Endwar. I went to a Ubisoft event at E3. Mega Man whiskey flask. Looks like an E-tank.
Oh god.
That's cool though. I like that.
That one I actually bought myself. But yeah, it's kind of neat.
All my merch is cool.
No, I have some stupid merch. Trying to think. Like I remember one of the first things I ever bought that was probably like game related that wasn't a game is I remember I bought a Duke Nukem figure back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
Like his action figure. That was pretty terrible. I remember I had one of those. I know like everybody I knew had them too, but did anybody else have those Pokeballs, like the ones that was on the string, on like the rubberized string that you could throw at the little? Oh, so
Oh, sorry.
No, so they sold this. It was Pokeball. It was like a plastic like clasp thing, and it had like a latch inside that would activate when it was open, so it would capture this like the little Pokemon dolls. Like I have a shit ton of them. I have a bag full of them sitting like on a counter over here actually, of all the old ones I used to have. But yeah, like it was like the worst pity. It was like the little piece of shittiest thing ever that I think I was like really young and I wanted it and my parents bought it for me at like the mall or something. Like one of those stands, like stand-up stands at the mall fucking had them. And clearly it was something else, but like, imported from China sort of bullshit.
I have the McDonald's Pokeballs, the nice like shiny ones on the stand with that little gold colored card on the inside.
Oh yeah.
I have the Polyrath one. I'm looking at it right now, but okay. So I really like Mass Effect, and I bought the loot crate for Mass Effect 1, and it was cool because it had a hoodie, it had all kinds of shot glasses, really neat stuff inside, like clothes and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
So obviously, when Mass Effect Andromeda 2 got announced, or sorry, not 2, which is Mass Effect got announced, I'm like, yeah, sure, I love Mass Effect. This will be great. I bought the loot crate for it. For one thing, the crate was also lame, but it came with these little cereal bowls inside. These 2 little mini cereal bowls, and they were Blasto's brand like cereal bowls.
Oh my god.
It had Blasto on it. It's got all these like catchphrases, little like cartoon explosions. They're purple, and I'm looking at them, and they're kind of neat. And I realize he's not even in the game. The coolest thing in the goddamn box, and it's not even in the game.
Oh.
Wait,
They're just
Blasto,
straight up
like the Phil Hartman character?
No, Blasto,
Mass
the
Effect character.
Is the Mass
Hanar.
Effect thing?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a.
They're
a
like
Hanar.
floating jellyfish. And the joke is they're like noodly armed. They're super outside of water. They're super weak and just floaty, but
And they're also like pacifists, and they're very like floaty in their language. Like that's the whole like thing.
I think I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
And Blasto was basically like an Arnold Schwarzenegger Hanar.
like
That's what he was.
yeah, there's like magazines in the game and little like announcements on the PA about the newest movie and stuff, and like this one thinks you should chill out. You know, just like this like the most just sleepy voice possible. And yeah, it's little cereal bowls, and he's not even in the game.
It's great.
Yeah.
That might win as dumbest.
I'm sure we got worse ones.
I mean, I have both of the. I did buy the Grand Theft Auto 4 and Grand Theft Auto 5 collector's editions, which 4 had a lockbox, like a bank lockbox, because that was the thing.
I'm looking at it right now.
4.
I keep my like Social Security stuff
And
in it.
then then 5 had a bank bag, a locking bag.
Yeah.
Because of all that bank robbery you're doing.
All 4 bank robberies that you do during the course of the game. All 4 of them.
Which
Wait,
came
in one game or
late.
or across both?
No, 4 or 5. I mean, it was 5.
I'm trying.
Like the 3 of them. Was it 3 of them? No, it was 4 heists. It was 4 heists in 5, wasn't it?
I don't know.
I wish there were.
Stop playing.
All I know is it took him like how long to get him in there?
No. In the actual single player.
Oh, 1?
No, there was
2?
more than 1.
I don't know.
Because you do the jewelry store at the beginning, you do the small bank, you do the under secret science place, you do the big bank at the end.
You know what game had a lot of
4.
heists in it? Heist
Payday?
2. Yeah, Payday 2, the heist, yeah. That one.
Okay.
I had a mask of
Yes!
Dallas.
Yes!
But it was a really shitty, like,
Yes, it was.
costume prop thing. Got it at PAX East.
Yep, I did
But
too.
Still glad I had it.
I have it here. It's somewhere. I have it in this apartment somewhere, I think.
If
Or I might
you
have
could
thrown it
find
out.
A legit mask of that, like the over the face kind of hockey player style, like with back strap and everything. I would wear that as a Halloween costume, maybe, but no, not that. It's this cheap plastic flimsy thing.
Actually, I think I got. Oh.
Yeah. Oh no, go for it. Go for it.
Oh no, I think I actually got the thing that is the thing. Does anybody remember the Metal Gear Solid 5 Collector's Edition?
No.
No.
It came with a model of the bionic arm.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
It's fucking 1/4 like scale.
Yeah.
So it's so small.
Wait. Well, it's like the cat helmet, but wasn't there a difference between the U.S. one and the Japanese one?
Oh, that I don't remember.
I think theirs was like cooler in some way. I don't remember how though.
Was it the Djibouti one or the Djibouti? Djibouti, that's the one. Djibouti.
Maybe. Oh, I don't have this one, but I remember Revengeance. It had the plasma blade and like.
I have that. I own that.
So neat.
I own
with
that.
you?
Okay, I backed Mighty Number 9.
Oh no.
But I backed it at such a level that I have the little like Cell plushie right here with its little dangly arms. It's actually not bad.
Wow.
But I also have the big old collector's edition and little USB drives that look like Famicom and NES carts, and each one has a copy of the game on it.
Oh.
Still.
I do remember that. I
So
almost
long
bought
for them
that.
to get that out.
I almost bought that. I did not, but I almost gave them money for that
Oh,
Yeah.
God.
because I believed in them back in the day. Fucking NT creates.
And I've only
that-
backed one
that-
Kickstarter enough to get physical stuff, and all the Toe Jam and Earl stuff I got was cool. I got a hoodie, I got a Carrot Man keychain. That's all good
cool.
stuff.
No, it is good stuff.
I'm glad you feel good about your bad game.
But I mean, did you ever buy or win otherwise some gaming merch that is lame, Cali?
What? I'm sorry, I wasn't listening. I was trying to let Chibi's joke stand back.
I was gonna say, yeah, like Chibi, you're saying he bought the bad game and you bought what game now? For how much?
Exactly. No,
Yeah.
That was the point. Yes.
Uh,
Although I am
actually,
waiting for my full-sized map of Bloodstained, the castle. That'll be neat.
Oh, that is cool. That doesn't count.
No, that one doesn't count. I'm just mentioning it.
I got one more from me, and then I think unless anybody else has any, we can probably call it.
Yeah.
Back when Counter-Strike Go first came out,
Okay.
they ran a tournament, and I put an entry in for the tournament on Twitter, and I won.
Okay.
I won the thing.
What'd you get?
It is. So first of all, it's one of those crappy bags that like you pull and they strap on your back. It's like the single
backpack?
satchel backpack thing. Yeah, but
Yeah.
it's the one that's the
Okay.
the top. Like,
I got
when
one
you
for
pull
free
the-
last weekend.
Yeah, they sell. You can get them for fucking ever, but it has the Counter-Strike Go logo on it, which is kind of neat. But then I got a pair of Sennheiser video game headphones, which is cool, and it's signed by like a few people from Counter-Strike Go, which is cool. But the headphones aren't. The packaging is, so I can't take the headphones out of the packaging, which is really dumb. And also, it's signed by the one dude who got arrested for child porn. So that part kind of sucks.
Nice.
That's
I'd
history.
say take them out of the thing.
But the headphones now are like fucking old as shit. Like they're like 5 or 6 years old at this point almost. So.
As legit advice, you can find tutorials on how to open and reseal packages so that
Yeah,
you
I
can
know.
get those things out of there.
I know.
I used to be
yeah.
subscribed to Loot Gaming, so I got a bunch of dumb crap that I would just trade away at swap meets at cons. There was, you know those LED lamps that are just a flat picture that you stick in a base, and it's just it's a picture that lights up. I don't know, it's a glass thing. I got one for Mass Effect Andromeda. It was the Andromeda ship, but a lamp. And I'm like, all right,
That is pretty dumb.
I don't care about this game.
That game.
That's why I stopped.
That game.
That's why I stopped subscribing to Loot Gaming, because it was
The Andromeda one.
That was also
No.
my last great experience with Andromeda.
no,
Wow.
because it was full of games I didn't care about. So I was like, all right,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna pay $30 a month for a shirt I might care about. I don't know.
Do you guys
Yep.
have any novelty video game USB drives?
Yes, I have the one that came with the collector's edition of Force Unleashed 2 for the PS3, and it's
Uh-huh.
Starkiller, but it's one of the chibi little USB things.
Uh-huh.
That I do own one. Yes, I own a
have,
few.
uh,
I have the StarCraft one, which is actually pretty cool. The StarCraft
that?
dog tags. Came with the StarCraft 2 collector's edition back in the day.
Mm.
That was
The-
cool.
The pre-order for Battlefield 2142 came with a pair of those futuristic square ones, and it was a 64 megabit flash drive inside.
Yeah, 64
And,
megs!
Yeah, and what's it called? Saints Row 2, the collector's edition, came with the money clip and this big old 762 bullet flash drive. A bunch of other silly stuff like that.
And that reminds me of the Saints Row 4 collector's edition I have that has the fucking dubstep gun.
Oh, didn't 3 have a vocalizer for that pimp guy? What's the name?
Yeah, I forget who, but yes.
Z or something.
Z,
Wait. A 7.62 bullet that is big enough to house a USB?
It's oversized, but it's a
oversized.
7.62 bullet. Yeah.
If it's oversized, isn't it not 7.62 anymore?
Well,
It's the shape and size of a 7.62
it's
bullet.
labeled as
would
a
not be the
7.62.
size.
It's labeled
I
as a
know, but it's an
7.62.
assault rifle
You
bullet.
mentioned
but
the gun,
oversized.
and now you're screwed.
Yeah, you said the gun thing, and now Rook is
Yeah,
now Rook is
I'm
getting triggered.
like
Fine. We'll say it's a 50 caliber rather
I
leave
have
it
been
that.
stewing on that ever since the words left your mouth.
Oh my
And it
god!
took me a
All
whole
right,
fucking minute to.
all right. Well, to cool Rook down, let's wrap it up for the night. This will be a good talk. First of all, I
Deadpool's
wanted
getting
to,
tired of playing.
as I said, I wanted to end cap with make sure you go out and vote on Tuesday if you can.
Pokemon go to the polls.
No.
God damn.
Do it
Callie,
like
you're
everybody
fired.
else. Some states are seeing as much as a 400% increase in first-time voters at these midterms.
Yeah,
just
go
by
be that.
early voting
And
alone.
some of them might be
So,
assholes, so you gotta get out there.
Exactly.
Exactly. They're voting for the wrong person, probably, or not. I don't know.
But also,
But
this will most likely be the first election where like young people's voice matters, and that could mean a lot to a lot of
Yes,
people.
it could.
So do.
So do. Exactly. So do that. But we're going to call it a night here. So I want to thank Cali, Deadpool, DrChibi, and Rook. Tune in next week where we continue to argue with each other because we all yell with each other constantly. But I want to thank you all for watching this week, and we'll see you all next time. Have a good night, everyone.
Good night.
We're offline. They didn't hear Chibi say goodnight.
That's
Oh,
fine.
okay.
That's
It's fine.
fine. I don't
Q
care.
doesn't matter.
Whatever. Uh-huh.
So right, with the dimensions of a USB plug,
I'm leaving.
it would
Give
likely
me a
have to
second.
be.
No, give me a second.
Yeah.
Oh, what the hell? The PlayStation one was gold. The one I got was silver.
Oh, you got chipped.
Oh, platinum. I'll just say platinum. Yeah, platinum.
Yeah, platinum. It's probably a 50 caliber round.
Probably in terms of like actual size, but it was supposed to be an assault rifle round.
It was labeled
just-
as.
Yeah.
Oh
Fine.
wait, no, hang on.
God damn it.
Maybe because it's nicked
30
down the
06?
30 caliber.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what the base dimension is on a 308 or a 30-06.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, I need to buy Cali the Quiet Man. 1 second.
Are you for real?
I forgot to mention that. Yeah. Is he gone? Does he not know this is coming?
I'm right here, you fucks. I mean, look,
Bye.
I
it's
know
only
how
$14.
bad
Hold
it's
on.
going to be. Yeah, I know it's cheap, but I'm not gonna fucking buy it.
$15?
Yes,
Yeah.
No, wait. Is it 50 or 15?
15.
15.
1.5.
I was talking about the
1.5.
base diameter
Yes.
of the 308.
Didn't they announce? Didn't it launch at 30?
Did it?
I thought it did.
No, it just came out, and it launched at 15.
Well, you know what then is appropriate for its price.
Probably.
All right, I posted the post for next week, so it's there in case people get things to find. But I am going to log, so thanks guys for being here.
No problem.
Thank you, Brennan.
Bye.
Have a good night.
Bye-bye.
Just you and me now, Callie.
Oh no. Are you
Hold on,
really
I'm gonna
fucking
send it to you.
buying? Are you really doing? You really?